All right, so Fireground Company pass on. These are going to be little segments about just things you can do to help yourself out or things that are useful you may not know, or if you're new, it's something you haven't been exposed to. So that's what we're trying to do with this. We're going to tackle a free rep. What do I mean by a free rep? A free rep of your SCBA, putting your SCBA on and using it. So come into work, start your shift, right? You pull the SCBA out of the bracket, you start to check it out, you go through everything you're supposed to do, you're done. Well, that's an opportunity to get a free rep. And what do I mean by that? Getting used to manipulating it with your gloves on and going through the procedures that way, so you have more familiarity if you actually have to use it when things go sideways. So what I do is I pull it out of the bracket, I put it on the floor, I orient it where left is left, right is right. It's on the floor, I'm looking at the back of it, I go through the checkout, I'm looking at the gauges, all that other stuff. I'm messing with the RIC UIC with my gloves, so I have familiarity with how that feels. Then once I do that, I put it on my back. Some people do it a little different here. I usually just have my regular station uniform on. I see some people that do this. They'll put on their coat, their helmet, and all that. That's cool. One thing I would just caution you is if you're going to do that, just put your bunker pants on too, because if you were to get a call in the middle of that, you're ready to go. You don't have to, if you use suspenders, take off your coat, everything else. You're ahead of the game. So you know how that goes. Shift change calls can get a little weird and you're rushing around. Anyway, you're already ready to go. So from there, you throw it on your back and then go through your normal checkouts. You check out the pass, all that kind of stuff. At the very least, again, have your gloves on so you can manipulate this stuff if you need to in an ideal age. So what I do is once I check the pass out, I usually take the buddy breather, whatever that is, however that's set up for you. I close my eyes and I disconnect my regulator hose, connect that into the buddy breather. I'm checking the buddy breather out, and I'm also just getting a rep of doing that. And then from there, I go through the mask up again with my gloves on. I will grab my helmet at this point. I even do an imaginary I grab my hood, pretend to grab my hood just so it's something I don't forget, because I did forget that once in a fire where I didn't put my hood up, and that was an interesting experience. So I do an imaginary rep putting my hood on, go through how I put my mask on, tighten everything up, take a breath, check it out, go through, all that kind of stuff, make sure the mask is functioning properly, and then I'm done. But what did that do? That gave me an opportunity to get a rep as far as using my SCBA with my gloves on, and I also checked it out in the morning. And what does that take? That doesn't take much more time. I mean, a minute or two? And I'm getting an opportunity to get more familiar with the tools. Sometimes just touching the things we're going to use can help us be more comfortable when we have to use it. So it's just more automatic when I actually am in a fire. I got to mask up, or I got to manipulate something with my SCBA, or a downed firefighter SCBA, worst case scenario. I have that little bit of familiarity more so than I normally would. So that's, what I would do, a little pass on there for you to help you out, get you that little bit more of an edge. So help you out when you need it.